welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And wow, talk about a little bit of a shocker there. Unfortunately, system went into overdrive and crashed, but we are back. I reckon one of those shore break waves got it, but we are back in action as we have the winners final coming up on the water. And as we said before, we have the Reef Shark of Malo from France going up against the Great White of Camille Bouyer. And then we can see that AP flag going down, meaning that it is just 4 minutes to the start of the grand finale here in Taiba.
Yes, thank you, Joe. This one is going to be a tasty final for sure. Both athletes have been sending it to the moon on their freestyle maneuvers, and when it comes to wave riding, they've been carving and cutting up that sea. I don't know who to call. Both athletes have had an incredible competition, an incredible year. So we're about to enter the final 12 minutes of the Surf-Freestyle finale. Buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride.
I tell you what, there are going to be some corners. There is going to be some whiplash left, right, front, and center, because two of the best athletes already out there. Let's not forget that the man who has a smile on his face already is Malo, because he has just been crowned the GWA Wingfoil World Tour Surf Freestyle Male World Champion, and he's only 17 years old.
Yeah, 17 years old. I wasn't a world champion, that's one thing for sure. But Malo, yeah, he's put in an amazing performance, took it out of Galito Estrelo's hands, but nonetheless, let's see how he performs in this heat, because the final is shortly going to be underway. Malo, Camille, Battle of the Frenchmen. Who's going to take it? We're going to find out very shortly.
Wow, let's see who's going to be the Napoleon out of these two boys. They're a little taller, but they have the moves and they have the schools. Who is it going to be? We have Malo just on your screen there with the gong. Here we have Camille Bouyer out there on the RRD. Both of these boys know how to navigate through these conditions. Both of them have similar conditions at their home spots back in France. And saying throughout the interviews during the competition, they just are having fun out there. And it looks like fun has paid off.
Yeah, and for Malo now, the title is in the bag. So for sure, he can just have a little bit of fun, play with it. And condition-wise, just looking out of the booth right now, sort of the waves have gone a little quiet, but those sets will come in, and the wind is still blowing. I reckon the wind hasn't really increased from sort of how it's been today. Probably looking at about a steady 15, 16 knots, gusting towards the 18, 19, maybe even a cheeky 20 as she blows.
You know, there's always time for a cheeky one, but hopefully we will be able to see just about half tide now as we are going down. We can see those waves starting to float about. There is a little bit more time in between sets. We can see that little A-frame front and center there on your screen. That is what the guys are looking for. But let's not forget that they have to mix it up. This is the washing machine of wingfoiling. We want to see the waves. We want to see the freestyle. And talking about washing machines on an extra dry spin, if they get caught on the inside, it is nothing but sand going up their shorts.
It certainly isn't. And that, trust me, that's not a comfortable position to be in. If you can't handle the heat, where do you go? Well, you've got to get out the kitchen. That's one thing for sure. So, 12 minutes on the score. Here we go. These scores will be made up of 2 wave scores followed by a freestyle trick. Both athletes are more than comfortable with delivering the goods.
Yes, they are. And there's that yellow flag in the sky, meaning that there is less than a minute to start the final heat of the Surf Freestyle season. There it is, the GWA Wingfoil World Tour flag high in the sky as we are getting it going. Brazil, 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 Brazil. I tell you what, it is getting close to being 5 o'clock Sunday. I don't know what they're going to be celebrating about. It's either going to be champagne, it's either going to be some cerveza geladas or some caipirinhas. But let's see, because we are just about to get started. Grand finale on your screen.
Yeah, there we see the raise of the green flag. It's all systems go on our screen now. We have Camille Bouyer riding the RRD kit with the Alula wing, which all these top guys are currently riding. Here we see him going out, just looking over his right shoulder, having a feel for what the waves are producing, what the conditions are going to throw his way. But also, Malo, he's up against a serious competitor, buzzing off his first Tour Championship win.
I mean, tell me about it. You know, Malo might be a smiler, but that guy is silent but deadly. When he gets out the knife, when he sharpens off that foil, just see how he is slicing through the Brazilian sun. Going up, starting off with a frontside 7, but going down with the fishies. That is going to be a crash for him. Let's see, as it looks like Camille is going to answer back.
And here he goes, Camille getting a little bit of speed, cutting through, goes big front flip. Thanks for coming, signed, sealed, delivered, pumping his way back up onto the foil. So that there is a landed freestyle trick for Camille Boyer. Malo going down, so I reckon that's a first position place early on for Camille.
Absolutely, and let's have a look at the replay of both of those moves. He did get the height, but a little bit slow on that second rotation all the way down, not quite getting the extra twerk, the extra spin. And here we see Camille just going head over heels. He is getting excited out there. And I tell you what, I have a feeling we might have a very good battle on our hands, and I have a feeling Camille is going to go all guns blazing out there.
Yeah, that's a great freestyle trick to have in the bag already early on. And here now, following Malo onto this wave. Looks like he wants to line up for a little trick. Front flip. Can he land it onto the wave? No, he can't. Goes into the drink. Needs some snorkel gear to come out of that one. But Camille Boyer has got that freestyle trick in the books with a 7.17. Now can focus purely on his wave run, in which he loves so much. Speaking to our interviewer Gemma beforehand, he was saying how much he enjoys wave riding, and just look at him glide through the conditions here in Taiba, Brazil.
I tell you what, he's breaking the eggs, making the omelette, cutting the lemons and the limes, making a nice caipirinha, add some ice, add some turns, and add some style with execution. Camille Boyer, he is up and running at the moment. Already a big wave score coming his way, and a nice kicker looking out. He's going to be playing it easy, already in the lead, 11.24 there for the Frenchman.
Yeah, I think, Joe, that's got to be one of the best starts that we've seen to a heat during this competition. And if you want the ultimate, you've got to be willing to pay the ultimate price. And Camille Boyer is in first position here. We see him going for another wave. So the previous wave scoring a 4.07. This one's shaping up to be good. Nice carvy turns, top of the wave, bottom of the wave, little shifties there, and then nearly loses his balance, but two hands back on the wind, powering himself up.
I mean, there it is. You can see getting another wave score coming his way, putting the work in early. And where is Malo? I want to see. Get the old binoculars out. There he is, all the way over to the left-hand side. I reckon he's gone just to kind of re-get his composure. Oh, going up a big front side 7. Bada boom! Malo Genole. Those are the moves we are more used to him seeing him do.
Yeah, it went into that full force here. Let's see that replay up. Yeah, that foil's coming down with snow on it. He has gone to the moon, back up onto the foil. That is a staple move right there, and that will score well with our judges. That
will, and we can see a 7.97, the biggest score of the heat so far. Malo back into it. You can see how he opens, airing off. Can he keep it together? Cat-like reflexes. You know what? I reckon you either sniper this guy down or he's just not fall off of that board.
Cat-like reflexes. He has 9 lives and hasn't lost one of them yet. Focus now on Camille Boyer, riding this wave, but it's just closing in out on him, trying to find what he can from it. Let's have a little look into the scoreboards once this wave comes to an end, which now it does. Powering himself up, trying to get back onto the end of it, but unfortunately doesn't. Joe, talk us through the current scoreboard. Where are we at?
I mean, I don't know about the scoreboard, but look at that front flip, landed right on top of the wave. He's surfed in it, then got a couple of more turns. Let's not forget, for a trick to count on the wave, you have to perform the maneuver and then get a couple of turns. And we've seen the likes of Maxime Chablot and now Camille really throwing that down, waiting to see what the score of that is going to. That's definitely going to improve on his backup score of a 377. But Malo is out there and he is hungry, because now there is only 0.43 of a point in between these two guys. We saw it in the mini final. We're seeing it in the final. It comes down to the tightrope. It is cutthroat and icy, chilled cold out there final on your screen.
Yeah, for sure it is. And we can see currently a wave score of 1.67 for Malo. That will be a score that he 100% will improve. You know, he can basically scrunch that one up and throw it out the window, because that is going to be improved, which it does now. Score comes in 4.63, sees Malo on a 19.60. Camille Boyer 18.97. Still super tight out there in the final heat of what has been an amazing event here in Brazil.
Yeah, and you can see 4.97, that backup wave for Camille. He is definitely going to be improving on that one. And I'm going to take a little look over the top. Oh, Malo going over for the dry cleaning and the washing machine of the inside section here. And we can just see, look at this. He tries to equal what Camille did, but just over-rotated and dived down to the bottom of the swimming pool and takes the little goggles. That is not going to be what he was looking for, but still in the lead. So close out there.
Yep, so close, and both these riders sitting in towards the 19 on the score, but both have breached the 20s more than once during this competition. We are now more and slightly further ahead than halfway through in this heat. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Conditions are firing for these athletes. The waves aren't as big and aren't as meaty as they were yesterday, but when you are at this level, when you are competing on the World Tour and the best wingfoilers in the business, you make do with what you got out there. And here, Malo pumping into a wave. Talk us through what we could expect here, Joe.
You could expect some air time. Air France coming in. There we have him, Malo Guenolé. Little bit of a one-hit wonder. Let's not forget to be able to get bigger scores, which is what these guys already have up there on the scale cards. You need to be getting the bigger sets and the bigger waves. Starting off with a very nice backside air there for Malo, looking to improve on a 463. Look at this. Air, grabs it. I mean, that's John Florence style.
Yeah, John Florence, and that's where the surfing background for Malo comes in super handy. Chatting to him yesterday, today, we explained he's so good at reading the waves out there. Knows exactly what he's looking for, and having that surfing background is clearly an advantage when we add in those wave scores.
Because let's not forget, coming into this competition, Camille Boyer in 5th position on the overall ranking. We have Malo coming in 3rd position. Both of these boys are right at there, and now everything can make a difference, because let's not forget, Malo is now 1st. He is our new Surf Freestyle World Champion, but Camille is one to go all the way to try and get up in those positions. Will he be on the overall podium if he ends up here in 1st or 2nd? We will soon find out. But I tell you what, talk about a performance of a lifetime out there. He has an easy score, and I say easy for him, of a 4.97. We've seen him hit 7s, we've seen him hit 8s, and you can see already there on the scorecards, he wants to up that one up because he is losing by 3.20 of a point, and it is just coming up on over 3 minutes. Takes a little look-see, peeks through the gold wing from RRD to see what is happening, and he knows he has to start to bring it. These are the golden, these are the beauty moments of this final.
Yeah, Camille has to go in now in the final minutes of this heat with no limits. Don't challenge your limits. Limit your challenges is where he's at the moment. But let's see. We have 2 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock. 19.24 Camille Boyer. Malo 22.44. Camille needs an 8.17 to take the lead.
Well, you know, it is close, but you know the only thing a champion is afraid of, and that is losing. And both of these boys are already champions, and I know they are not want to lose here in this final as they are pushing through. This wave is looking good here for Camille. Let's see if he can turn that 4.97 into a bigger score. No, goes against it, knows that it has to be a set wave if he wants to get past Malo. And he is going to go back out, try and get priority. As we can see the boys neck on neck, eyeing each other down. I reckon the gloves are off and it is time for some knuckle punches out there on the water.
Yeah, look at Malo getting in Camille's slipstream there like an F1 driver. Lewis Hamilton out there against each other. It's just nuts, Joe. I'm losing my words. I don't know what I'm saying, but here we have Malo still in 1st position. Plenty to do. Just under 2 minutes. Will the wave start firing? Are we going to see a bigger set roll through? Because I know for a fact that Camille Boyer has wave scores in his locker. He was super amped to be competing at a spot where wave scores are seriously counted and on the judges' minds.
But this is when you get the old men in black's little jimmery cricket weapon out and you start firing like no tomorrow. Because if there is a time to start to get the scores, it is now. Smaller wave here on the inside for Camille. I reckon he is going to try and make something of this. Nice, floaty, stylish surfing, letting that back foot out, making sure, showing the judges. Let's not forget, they want commitment. They want to see. He saw that there wasn't anything coming on the back, so he's just going to try and improve on that one. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it is the last minute. It is the last minute as we continue on of the final, the grand finale here in Brazil. In the lead so far, your current world champion, Malo Guinole.
Yep, down to the last few seconds now. 45 seconds on the clock. We see Malo here on a wave. I'm looking out my window. It's looking like this wave is not closing out on him. Let's wait until it hits the sandbar. But Malo getting up, carving, rail-to-rail action. Pumping past the white water, manages to do so. Gets the foil out of the water. But unfortunately there at the end, goes down to the drink. Focus now on Camille.
The final 10 seconds, the final 10 seconds, everybody. Camille, he needs a big move, he needs a big move. He's leaving it till the end. Goes off the back of the wave. But there it is, the final seconds. Get that drum roll out as we are just waiting for those last two scores. The last two scores to drop. But I think it's not going to be enough. We are waiting for our judges to lock them in. But no matter what a performance there from that man, Camille Bouyer, and that man there, Malo Guinole. A performance of a lifetime from both of them. And there it is official, the winner of the event. And talk about the cherry and the icing on the cake. Malo Guinole, the new world champion and the last event, season finale event winner. That guy is going to be smiling out there.
Yeah, what a way to end an amazing year for him. Didn't compete over in Silver Planet, but every other event he has been delivering. He has attended and he has done so well, always finishing in the top. Just look at him here. I don't quite think he knows if he's taken the win because the smile isn't there, but there we have it, walking in with the gonquit. There's the smile, ear to ear. He knows now he has taken the win and he for sure can and enjoy the moment because guess what, Joe? It is 5 o'clock somewhere. It is 5 o'clock here in an hour and 15 minutes. Here is our champion on our screen now.
I mean, talk about the destroyer. This guy has not lost a beat. He has not lost a single heat all the way through the competition. He's claimed the World Championship. He's claimed the event. And I tell you what, the 17-year-old has put himself on top of the world and showing why he is the best wingfoiler out there. You got to be a complete rider and showing that he can throw it down in the waves with the smacks, with the turns. He can throw it down in the freestyle with the spins and the style. And this is why he is the man of the moment. And there we can see our tour manager, Tom Hartman, giving that boy the big bear hug. And wow, what an event we have had. What a way to end it.
Yeah, and now Malo can just enjoy the moment. You know, he's probably had it in the back of his mind here, the sportsmanship between Camille and Malo there. Shake of the hands. They both appreciate the business that goes down on the water. The drone shot, the eyes in the sky, showing our amazing competition area that we have here at Taiba, Brazil. It's our second event here with these guys. We've got another cheeky one next week, but for now, let's go and have another little look at what is going down on the beach.
There you can see just everybody starting to celebrate, everybody getting there. This is the image that you want to see. It's sunny. Life is better in board shorts. Life is better in a bikini. The water's warm. You have the freestyle playground. That is Taiba. The final, the season finale of the GWA Wingfoiling World Tour. And I mean, the people's champion. When the right guy gets all the way through, because sometimes you have 3 riders that you know are the best guy on a given day out in the water. But when it all aligns, when those planets start to align and you find the new world champion being that person, it just makes it even sweeter and sweeter. And I tell you what, there isn't anybody who deserves it more than that man down on the beach, and he is just standing there with Gemma once again on top of the world. Malo Genole.
Thank you, Joe, so much. Malo, what a perfect ending to a perfect competition, perfect year for you. How do you feel after that last heat against Camille?
You know, after winning the title, like, it was all fun. So, you know, when you have fun, it's easy to do big things. And yeah, I had a lot of fun, and that's the most important.
What are your plans now after this event, Malo? Will you be staying here in Brazil for a bit to enjoy?
No, I'm in Brazil since 3 weeks. So maybe I have to go school a bit. And yeah, so I go back home just right after the event. And then maybe after I'll go back in a beautiful place.
Malo, congratulations. It's been amazing watching you ride. It's been amazing watching you win your first world title here with us. Thank you so much for your incredible performance. That's it from here today. We'll be back tomorrow with the surf slalom discipline. We'll be live again first thing in the morning, so be sure to tune in and join us. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to everyone.